Hi there, Paul Carson here, Philadelphia Mortgage Brokers. We work with a lot of first-time home buyers, and one of the probably the most popular question we get from most folks is, where do I get started? How do I get started? Doing your homework early and getting a plan in place, that's what it's all about. And we find that clients who are taking the time up front, getting ahead of the curve versus cramming for your homework the night before and kind of rushing towards it, those are the folks who are having great outcomes and awesome success stories. So we really have three main tips we like to focus on for first-time buyers. The first one we like to talk about is your credit history. It's credit and FICO scores are a major piece of the puzzle when it comes to getting a mortgage. Now, whether or not you are a conventional buyer, possibly an FHA buyer, possibly a VA buyer, credit score requirements are different between the loan programs. So a big part of our job is to help you figure out which loan program is best for you, those credit requirements. As a general rule of thumb, conventional credit scores need to be 620 and above. And kind of in this market right now, in late 2021, early 2022, government loans, FHA and VA, really the marker of credit where you want to be is around that 580 and above mark. Ideally 600, 620 and above for FHA and VA is decent enough footing and a good baseline. The second major thing we want you to focus on as you're preparing to buy a home in the near future is your monthly payment budget. So let's say that budget might be $2,000 a month. Well, based on your budget, how does that translate into a home price, a sales price in the specific neighborhood and area you're looking for, especially when we have to factor in property taxes, homeowners insurance, and possibly PMI as well. And if you're looking at a townhouse or a condominium, there's oftentimes homeowners association fees that we have to include in the payments. One of the biggest and most important pieces of our role as your mortgage advisor is to help you set up your budget and really stick to it. This is an emotional process, especially since you're going to be buying a house for the first time. It's very easy to fall slightly outside of your budget, to fall in love with something that might be slightly outside of where you'd be comfortable. And ultimately, that's your decision to make. But we want to make sure you are looking at houses in the right price point, so you're not going to get that sticker shock of the monthly payment or how much it's going to cost to actually go to closing, which brings us to our third point. Our third major thing we want to focus on getting ready to buy a house here is how much money is it going to take at the time of closing to make this deal happen. So what I like to do, and what we, especially for our first-time clients, is take a specific house on the market that's within your budget, not only monthly payment budget, and really start to look at numbers of what it's going to cost each month and what it's going to cost that one time at closing to get into the house. These three things all together, looking at your credit, looking at your monthly payment budget, looking at your savings and your cash to close budget, these are the three main things to focus on. That's the best way we can give you advice to put your plan in place so you can enter the market, be educated, be confident, make a great decision, and ultimately win that home within your budget and within your savings plan. If you have questions about how to get started, what to do first, reach out to our team at Philadelphia Mortgage Brokers. We'd love the opportunity to help you get your plan in place so you can be a successful homeowner in the near future.